See me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They're like they know us, but they know dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. Thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip and tat. On the internet, when we do that, see I've been a threat. The last shot, championship ring. Range started from a mascot, went to rollies from a G-Shot. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetops. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not. In the game, no free spots, but I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tat. On the internet, when I do that, see I've been a threat. And I've been a vet. Thought you knew that when I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it.
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is having a good morning / evening, depending on where you live. So, let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on. Start off here with some major news we need to cover, but let's just see. We have a bit of FOMC meeting minutes tonight. Otherwise, pretty clean overall. Going to the charts here, we had some crazy news over the nighttime here. So, who remembers what I said yesterday about all of this? Someone was asking. I think we spoke about it in NY session, not in London session. But yesterday, people were asking me, hey, do you think Trump will escalate? I was saying normally these type of talks lead into some sort of negotiation, believe it or not. So I was expecting a negotiation to be made, and we can see that it is, being made of a 2-week ceasefire, which is leading price to push bullish. Now, historically, ceasefires are not always respected, especially in the Middle East. So doesn't mean that it's all game over and everything's gonna go back to normal. But it does give a little bit of a breather here. If you guys remember what I said about how this can resolve, right? Remember I said that they can basically tell each other that they both won. And honestly, that's what they're saying at the moment. That's what they're saying at the moment, that they basically both won. And let's see what develops out of it. We're going to get a little bit of a bounce in the market, which we've already got heavily here. We'll see if London can continue. Now, the worst thing that can happen is London starts to range It's a win-win situation. Yeah, we were saying that, right? You remember? You remember we were talking about how this would be the kind of consensus, right? I mean, once you understand how these guys work, it's super easy to predict. And this is exactly what we're saying. They probably end up saying it's a win-win situation. I'm not going to get into politics. I have my views of who's actually basically going to win. No one will say he's losing. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into this. Probably not a good idea to get into this, who's actually losing. But maybe I should. I don't know. But don't. I'm trying to think of a diplomatic way to say it, because it's fact. Isn't it a bit obvious? It is, but there's a diplomatic way to say it. You know, not to be like, put it this way. Someone has grabbed Trump's hand and told him, look, if we strike here, it will be one and done. The minute we hit this, it will be one and done. They hit and it escalated. It wasn't one and done. It didn't collapse the internal regime. What ended up happening next is we ended up seeing this escalation, widespread escalation across the Middle East, which was not expected. We then progress further, right? And we realize that only thing that Iran has to do is survive. If they survive, they win, and they've done so for 5,000 years. Because without a full-blown Iraq 2.0, there's not going to be much change instead of just a bit of destruction within the country, right? So for the US to claim to be liberators, which is what Trump is saying at the moment, even today, he's saying on his social medias that he's being liberators, is not going to be the case. So, and this is going to continue not to be the case. So we need to understand that as traders. Why? Because we need to understand what are the real incentives behind this. How is this going to future escalate? So yesterday I discussed, I don't know where I discussed it. I think I discussed it with the guys in Zoom. But yesterday I discussed about these type of threats he's making is normally a sign of de-escalation. Someone in the group also compared it to tariffs, right? He did the same thing with tariffs. Absolutely correct. Okay? Now, unless a deal is made within these 2 weeks, we are going to re-escalate this scenario. We are going to re-escalate this scenario, okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. We're going to re-escalate the scenario. Do I think we're going to re-escalate? Probably yes. You know, I'm leaning more on the side of, yeah, I think tariffs is the best example, guys. It's going to be the exact example of tariffs, right? How we had the 1 minute he says it's only 10%. Next minute he said it's only, now he said it's back to 100%. Then he said 20%. It's going to be the same thing of where there's a negotiation in play. The negotiation gets cancelled. Then it comes back into play. When it gets cancelled, there's a few rockets flying here and there. Then the negotiation comes back into play. And we're at this push-pull type of conflict for a couple of months. And then something finally gives way. Again, it will be the same resolution. America will claim they won. Iran will claim that they won. And everything will just kind of fizzle out a little bit here until someone else decides. Now, today, the biggest difference is that we actually have the Israelis also agreeing at a ceasefire. So this is a very strong, this is a very strong movement for the market, because we actually have, remember back then when we were getting Trump news, I kept saying that, yeah, great, Trump is saying this, but Israelis are still saying we're still hitting hard. So now that we have both of them agreeing, this actually gives an opportunity for the market to bounce. So longs make sense. Problem is we've had a lot of longs right now, right? Good thing we're coming to session with at least some sort of structure, but we've moved here 1,200 pips here over since daily open here. And obviously it's leading most of the session bullish. We have a breakout candle here, big gap here. We have 4-hour time frames of course trying to break out of the range here. Now we are guarded with a little bit of a pause candle here, which is formed by that range. We have also stopped at this previous 4-hour, not previous, but this 4-hour resistance right here. So a lot of people are going to expect pure upside right here. There's a chance we range. There's a chance we range because this is very useless move for us. I wish we were sitting at the bottom of the range, but having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles on 15-minute still being bullish, not healthy. We want to see some form of pullbacks. Can we break out today? Yes. Breakouts are going to be simple. We need structure above the range. So if we can see something close above, we have 5-minute structure. That'll give us opportunities towards upside. If not, we're going to stick in here. Trading in here is going to be where you lose your money, right? Because it's going to be inconsistent, right? We can see here, it tries setup 2, it fails, it comes back down to bottom range, it fails again, then it goes now. So it's going to be inconsistent. So the safest thing is to follow what the news bias is, as well as the market bias. Is there a reason today, right now, to fade this news? Should we be asking price to move down today? Is this overhyped? Is this something? Well, the issue is we don't have any countermeasures that's saying, because we have all countries in agreement. Iran is in agreement, Israel's in agreement, US is in agreement. So I can't say that there's a threatening factor unless one of them does what? Unless one of them breaks the ceasefire. But this is something I cannot predict here as a trader because it's something out of my control. But if someone does predict the ceasefire, break the ceasefire, you will see this whole move be retraced more than likely, okay? Maybe in even one shot, maybe more so, you know, throughout. If it gives you a chance, then you're looking to break the, you know, retrace this whole move for sure. That I can say confidently. And if it gives you a chance to get in, then I'll be looking for ways to get in to retrace this whole move. But until that happens, we remain bullish. So as much as I would like to maybe sell from the top of the range, I risk missing the breakout and we could just keep trending today. New York session, same bias is going to stick in New York session, especially with the American traders. Now, in New York session, what we can see is we can start to see a little bit of manipulation first, meaning they are coming late to the market, right? Stock market is pushed heavy, right? Look at that. So they might want to pull back a little bit to get better buys before pricing in this themselves, okay? Or they've been positioned from yesterday and will use a little bit of exit liquidity. But that exit liquidity does not mean start selling. We could also look for buy. So let's see how everything's formed. So today's plan, very simple: pullback, continuation, breakouts. Am I looking to sell? You could sell. The risk is we create a higher low and you lose your sell, okay? Because we don't have bias to support us. We have mixed bias, yes, but it's more like a setup 3 breaking the high. So until we get back below the 4-hour, I don't see sells being an option, and that's really the side I'm sticking on. If we're looking just at DAX, we're going to see similar bounces here in DAX. Where are we going on these? Well, we're very close to daily resistances, right? Almost basically tapped, right? So we can consider that. We've basically have the biggest daily candle in a very long time. 4-hour time frame, almost tapped targets here, and now we're forming some sort of pre-session range pull, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout. So breakout is already completed on an asset like DAX. You're going to notice the same breakout also completed on an asset like NASDAQ here. So once a breakout happens, you don't try breakout again, you wait for pullback, right? So same thing is going to play here. So same NASDAQ we broke out. You can see it's profitable to wait for pullbacks, right? So if you miss the breakout, then you wait for pullbacks. Now, where's NASDAQ on higher time frame? Do we have room? NASDAQ also very, very, very close to where? That daily resistance up here, right? So same on DAX here. We're almost approaching that daily resistance. That's going to be max target for today's session for sure. We can, of course, push past it, but it's a max target in terms of what we can expect if we're going to continue up. 4-hour, very scary as well. Very close to resistance and extremely bullish candles here. 4-hour candle getting a little bit smaller, which is kind of a sign that the main move is finished. These 1 hours getting weaker, followed by continued volume right now. Is showing a little bit of sketchiness to get the continuation at the highs here. I feel like a pre-session buy would have been the best here. I was actually very close to contemplating holding this during the session, and then I got a phone call and just said I'm going to wait for the session. But this is something I was contemplating. I didn't know if the range was going to be worth it, 1-to-1 to here, or if we were going to get volume after such a big move, because this one essentially almost failed, right? We closed above and then it faded out. So I was scared this would fade out and then continue down. So this zone here becomes a nice retest zone. 5-minute candles pulling back into here. We can look for buys. I think the best buy was this one down here. This was better buying off the pullback. 15-minute setup too. 5-minute setup as well. And boom, that's my best buy of today. Pre-session here. Now, it's not really a time I always trade, which is why I was not involved in it. And yeah, let's just see how we end up pulling back here to give us opportunities. Is NAS at weekly resistance? No, it's above weekly resistance at the moment. It was. So that's pretty much it. Let's see how silver reacted as well. Big move from silver. Silver already breaking out compared to gold, okay? So, you know, sometimes I notice that silver leads, sometimes gold leads. You know, it's something that I've noticed. Daily is very clean on silver here. 4 hours is also pretty clean on silver. We are approaching a slight liquidity zone pretty soon. This 4-hour support, which is an old 4-hour support here. We haven't crossed through it twice just yet. But gold has not broken out compared to like silver breaking out of its range. But gold has had the same upside move on the 15. This is a beautiful setup 3 actually. This is, yeah, so pre-session here, not bad, huh? This is a very nice setup 3. So that would have been your ideal setup here if we're looking at ideal setups. To recap what options you could have had before the session, this is going to be it. Target that previous 4-hour support, and actually you get a 1-to-1 before that, so you don't really even have to target that previous 4-hour support. You'll get paid for doing that, right? Good stop loss size as well. On futures, you could risk here $290. Minimum risk is $290 with a 1 micro, which is not bad. This also should have given 5-minute structure. Yeah, perfect. 5-minute structure, retest previous 5, yeah. Very high win rate setup this, right? Because we retest previous 5-minute range. We create a 15-minute setup 3. If you guys haven't studied my setups, setup 3 is a classic setup in good momentum moves. But what is more important is we have this long bottom wick, right? What is the long bottom wick doing? Grabbing liquidity, right? Remember that famous video I made, the rubber band? Same concept. Same concept as the rubber band, grabbing liquidity to give you a spring. Yesterday, New York session, we were trading with the guys in the group. We were speaking about scalping, right? And yesterday when we were speaking about scalping, what we started discussing is we started discussing about how for a move we need liquidity, right? And how that works, right? I took this on silver. Yeah, totally valid. So yeah, that's the analysis for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. Appreciate everyone showing up. Sorry if I sound a bit weird. I got a bit sick. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. And don't forget, we also have a giveaway coming. First giveaway is going to be in the exclusive group. Second giveaway when we reach 400 viewers on stream. So once we reach 400 viewers on stream, I'll be giving away 3 funded accounts. And also I'm going to be giving away 3 funded accounts in TS exclusive. I'm going to launch that giveaway today. Actually right now. While we chill a little bit, I'm going to launch this giveaway in TS exclusive. Should be fun. So yeah, on YouTube we'll do 2 funded accounts giveaway at 400. At 500 we'll do 1 more. Did you get the email? Yeah. It's not too much commissions. Alright, winner will be selected tomorrow. What time is 8 UTC? Yeah, we'll just do 8 UTC. It's tomorrow anyways. Alright, good luck. I put it in the exclusive group in giveaways. 350k accounts. Three. So good chances. For the guys in the exclusive. Good luck, good luck. How to apply to the giveaway? You have to be a member of our exclusive group and then you can apply. Just in the giveaway section. Good morning, bro. Good morning. If you want to give away on YouTube, the goal is 400 viewers. 400 viewers, we will do the giveaway on YouTube. Hey Harry, what do you think about UJ bearish bias, but 1 hour looks a bit extended, not enough structure to generate liquidity for a push down? Let's see. I mean, you have structures here on 15 at least. 1 hour at least has structure still. You are right at the bottom of the range here, so that's the only threat. So selling from pullbacks like this 5-minute close would have been an entry here. Right, so you sell from directly the pullback. 15 close bearish, and then on the top wick you sell this 5-minute candle closing bearish. That way, if it fails, you can go break even already, right? You can have very tight stop loss. You're almost at the 1 to 0.9 here. You can go on 1 minute now. Anything closing back inside the range here, you can cut the trade or move to break even. You lose basically nothing, you know? That's the way to take this type of position right now. Right, you take it like this, and then obviously, so now you hit your 1-to-1 now. Well, you should do actually. I would be surprised if it didn't hit a 1-to-1. It's possible, but no reason for it not to. So at your 1-to-1, you can make a decision, close half or close full, and then once it fills this wick, you can get a little bit more even. And if it doesn't, you had a position compared to selling lows, where lows it can start to reverse, and now you're holding drawdown. Similar to what happened here. At lows it reversed, at lows it reversed. You can see that kind of trend, right? So yeah, now your 1-to-1 is hit, boom. Now you can start to hold longer targets if you want, or you can take profits. That is the power of being in a little bit earlier, right? So then your position looks like this, because you have the confirmation of the last candle closing bearish. 30-minute candle closing bearish. 1 hour candle closing bearish. So you're selling from the top wick. It's nice. That's the way to trade it, man. And then there you go. Pullback still works if we're extended. It's your better option, because otherwise what are you going to do? Sell the lows when we're extended? Does that make more sense? Right? So I rather not sell the lows when we're extended. I rather sell from a pullback. Exactly what it did. Morning, Joe. How you like sells on oil? Got the shit bombed out of us last night. I know, right after, literally 1 hour after they made the ceasefire, we had missiles yesterday. It was nuts. But not too heavy, but we had missiles come 1 hour after they said ceasefire. Seems like they didn't get the message. Rattled my windows? Yeah, used to it now. Actually, yesterday my most interesting experience was kite surfing when missiles. That was interesting, actually. Did you see any? You just see the smoke, you know? Let's have a look at what oil is doing. What a gap, huh? Nuts. That's a nuts gap. Wow. 9% gap. I seen that video of surfers and a bomb lands right next to them and they continue on surfing. I haven't seen that, man. I haven't seen that video. Yeah, it's kind of like gold this year. You would want to have sold the breakout. So we don't have the breakout on gold. You see, we're still below the range. But on oil, we had the breakout. So if you're going to sell oil, you should sell the breakout. And that breakout was happening from back here on this 30 minutes. So you'd be in good profit. Same on the 15. Actually, 15, you can go earlier. What time was this? Yeah, like 9:15. Most recently, you could also sell the 9:45 candle as well. That would be your move here. Harry, in our Indian society, first preference of the parents is their son get a degree and get a job. I'm not interested in this because of my family doesn't like me. So get a degree and get a job, man. There's no harm in doing that. A degree takes maximum 4 years unless you're studying to be a doctor or something like that. You can have a degree and also work on other things, man. There's no excuses, right? There's no excuses. Because who says you're going to be successful in trading? That's up to you to make that change in your life, right? So you need to also, you're not going to, I can tell you one thing, if you have constant stress and depression from family pressure, then you're not going to be, you're not going to be, good in trading because you have too much external pressure. So in my opinion, just go, let them take a degree. And then, go say you're looking for a job and probably look to leave India. That would be probably a better thing for you, because at that point you won't be pressured by them, but at least you followed through and got a degree. So they always have that and they'll be happy, Like, you have to understand their cultural side as well, right? That's all they know. That's what they were brought up with. What do you call a person who is from Dubai? Emirati. Can't spell it. What do you think they were called? Dubaian? What was this? Dupkish? Whoa. Human? Yeah, they're also that, yes. Don't call the Habibi? Yeah, that's a good one. That would work. Thanks, brother, for the guidance. I'm also in college. I studied law and I'm in my 3rd year. I'm trading with studies. Bro, that's amazing. Good job. I'm happy to hear that. Your parents will be happy and it will be a good thing, man, you know? It will be a good thing. Law is a good thing to study, man. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Seven minutes. Let's see if this closes above here in 7 minutes. Would be a breakout buy, right? Breakout buy if we close above. Obviously, it can fail, right? We could get no volume in London and it fails. Definitely something, but hard to say, right? Hard to say. Yesterday we had manipulation. Today, do we need to manipulate? Possibly, yeah. So we could wait for manipulation. That is one thing. We didn't manipulate these lows just yet. What happened to my broker? Let's see. Yeah, we didn't break it on broker as well. So we could just be aggressive with break-evens. I was wondering if you can clarify when London actually opens, because I swear it was 40. It's in 40 minutes. Yeah, it is in 40 minutes. Frankfurt opened 20 minutes ago. London opens, you know. London opens in 40 minutes. But to be honest, there's not so much volume after London Open sometimes. It's a hit or miss. The whole pre-London to London Open is normally the best time, which we can see. This was our London. You can see here. Setup 2 came later. It was a great move actually towards the upside. So this was 30 minutes after London Open yesterday. Bro, is it normal to have spread of 50 on BTC? On what, like a CFD broker or where? Not sure. I don't trade BTC on CFD brokers. I could check how much my spread is. Well, my spread says 1,700, so 50 is maybe 5,000. So let's see if we want to break out here. I'm interested to see. Only about 3 minutes until the candle closes. I was in a fight with the market yesterday. All discipline went out the window. I got personal. Don't know how I left. You left unscathed. That's insane. Yeah, you need to control that, man. You need to control that. That's what I was saying yesterday. Like, people were being driven crazy by the moves. But look, you sleep through this, you don't feel the same, you know? It was the same thing. Like, you have to understand these conditions these days are very impulsive, very big moves. And you don't always have to be part of them. Because you don't want to lose money. It's worse to lose money in big impulsive moves than to make money. So just wait for your opportunity. So we might get a close above here in about 1 minute. The only thing I fear is we have this 5-minute resistance here, which we haven't tested all morning. So I don't know if that's going to be a block towards price. We don't have 30-minute closing above. We don't have 1 hour candle closing above. We will only have a 15 potentially. Doesn't mean it's going to close above. It's a potential. So honestly, I'm seeing a little bit lack of volume, and we've had a lot of manipulation yesterday and the day before. So I'm kind of feeling I want to see some form of manipulation first. Meaning we tap 5-minute come, manipulate below these areas here, then we continue the move up. And I think that's the move I want to be part with. But let's just see how we close here first. Do we even close above? If we don't even close above, it's not even a discussion, right? We're waiting for next candle anyways. Yes, the song is on, huh? So I think we will close above. No top wick. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, then it did make a top wick. So we haven't tapped this 5 yet. How does it look? We have no top wick on broker. Or at least on my broker. I don't know how your guys' broker looks. Futures as well, no top wick as well. Actually, there's a small top wick on futures. So I like this bottom wick that it's making here. So I want to see some sort of 5 manipulation first, because every day we've got manipulation. Is today going to be different? It can be, but every time we have to be part of that manipulation, I don't want to be part of it. So I like to see what it's doing now. The more it can manipulate here, the lows start to attack these lows, 5-minute lows, start to attack all of these. More it can make it difficult for the buyers, the more I get interested. If it's making it easy for the buyers, I feel like then we're going to get a move which just ends up failing. Now, very well, this shit can flip right now and end up flying, and I missed the trade, you know? Futures didn't close above? Yeah, it doesn't matter, because by the time the 5 closes above, it has to close above on futures as well, right? 5 would close above on futures because it's right next to it. Because I'm not taking the trade off a flip, I'm looking for a 5 close. So if the next 5 then ends up closing above, it will also close above on futures, the 5. Even though we don't have 15. But we have that wick to fill. That's the main goal of right now. We'll also get a tighter stop. This is good. We want to see this. Even the lower it goes right now, the better. Even if it manipulates down below these lows, even better. I think we need to make a rule, you can't talk over the song. What's going on with our London meetup? Weather is getting better down here. Yeah, Joe came back. Got sick, so that is going to be postponed until one of us is going to host it. What's your expectation? My expectation is to be a millionaire today, brother. That is my expectation. That is my expectation. Long or short? I'm more on the long bias for now. So we manipulated this candle quite nicely here. 1 minute then ended up getting... So I quite like this so far. Ooh, it's also a 30-minute candle close. We have a 30 close above on futures, guys. Keep that in mind, huh? Everyone was saying on futures we don't have a close above. Yes, not on 15, but on 30 we have. So if we can get that 5 closing above. So if this can close bearish now and the next 5 can close above, for me, I think it's going to be valid because we have a 30-minute close plus manipulation. So this is going to tick all my boxes of what I've been seeing in London. So we get manipulation. We get 5-minute candle close above the range. We get 30-minute. So any higher time frame close we need. We either need a 1-hour higher time frame close, 30-minute higher time frame close, or 15. Those are the 3 closes. We have 15 on CFD, not on futures. We have 30 on futures. We don't have 1 hour. So we have at least 1 and 0.5. We can call that 0.5 because on futures it didn't close. Every day we've been seeing manipulation. We have manipulation now, which is good. We see that we need structure like yesterday. Look what happened yesterday when there was limited structure. Price wanted to do what? Wanted to pull back. I'm going to show you this. This is some goated information for you guys. So listen up closely, because if we look at yesterday's session, we go back to yesterday's session. This is yesterday's session. Where am I? I'm on a 5-minute. That's why I'm lost. Where am I? 1 sec. Let me find yesterday's session. This one here. You can see in yesterday's session, 5-minute time frame had only 1 candle, right, of structure, not multiple candles of structure. Did give some little bit of upside, followed by then a break of structure. Then once the structure was created and we get a close above, then we started to get some form of continuation before pulling back, creating more structure, and then the big move down, and then boom, then we get this change of structure for the big upside late. So today we have this big 5-minute structure. We have this candle now closing bearish. So if we can get this candle leaving here in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, we can see, right? We see what NQ is doing so far now. So NQ did give a 15-minute pullback now. So we want to see some sort of 15-minute candle closing bullish on NQ if we want to consider buys, right? And then we see that, right? So gold would be, see what silver is doing as well. Silver now has tapped that 4-hour support. We're seeing a bit of reaction from that 4-hour support, you see. Now we see if gold wants to close above here in about 3 minutes. So we have to survive 3 minutes. Why don't you trade NQ? Why are you shouting, brother? Why are you shouting? No need to shout. I can read. Why are you shouting all caps? I do trade NQ. I just freaking looked at it. I got FOMO buys S5 on Nas, had 0 range, got stopped out, lesson learned. Yeah, don't FOMO right now. No point, right? We had a big move pre-session. With a big move pre-session, just wait for the options. They will come. Even if they come in maybe an hour, just wait, you know? Do you take any trades yesterday? I had a buy stop on Nasdaq bounce here. Not Nasdaq, on US 30 bounce yesterday. That was the idea. I didn't play the sells yesterday. We were looking to play the buys, right? That was the idea we had. So yesterday the sells came through yesterday very aggressively. So we were selling off very harsh yesterday on Nasdaq. And as we were selling off here, there was this little bit of this bounce that came. So we wanted to play the bounce here on lower time frames. You know? Can you do a summary of what we're waiting for here? Looking for potential buys. I've been explaining it. Just now I explained the buys I'm looking for on gold. About the 30-minute, I drew the boxes, all of that stuff. That's the same thing I'm looking for. If you're interested in the in-depth analysis, I'm not going to repeat it because the guys who showed up early to stream heard the in-depth analysis. Just duplicate the tab, rewind to the beginning of the stream and listen to the analysis. I want to show you guys how clinical I'm being today. I said I don't trust the 15-minute break of high. I needed to see 5-minute manipulation and a 5-minute close below. All of those steps has saved me today, guys. Every single step has saved me today. Why? Because if I did not wait for manipulation and it broke high, I might have been part of that. If I did not wait for 5-minute candle closure, I would be triggered in now, holding drawdown, praying that this 5-minute candle closes above, which in 48 seconds, it's not looking likely. Me in this position here, I'm at much better level. Pull up the selector. Bro, selector's a classic. This is not selector though. So yeah, let me put in here a giveaway 400 viewers just to remind you guys we're going to be giving away funded accounts. Secret, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you go to raves? I have been to raves, festivals, all of that stuff, but they don't happen too much here. Well, there's no raves here. Mostly festivals, but if I've been to all of those, it's all in the UK where I've been. Wireless is cancelled because of Kanye. Damn. When you say you give away funded accounts, is it already passed or would we have to pass it? Brother, you guys are cheap. Of course you have to pass it. Of course you'd have to pass it because if I pass it for you and give you the account, you're going to be blocked. Right? Because you're trading under a different name. They track IP addresses, you know that? I'll just tell you one thing. If you can't pass an account, you're not going to get a payout, man. Like, if your struggle right now is trying to pass an account, you're not going to get a payout. It's the honest truth. Like, the payout is luck. If that happens, you know, like honestly, getting a payout is harder than passing. Trust me. You know, getting a payout is harder than passing, you know. So I will be making YouTube videos to help you guys about how to choose prop firms, how to pass prop firms effectively, as I really think it's a big thing that people struggle with because I want to get you guys closer to payouts. Now, in order to get a payout quickly, right? In order to get a payout quickly, the best way is you need some sort of, you need help. You need someone to overlook your shoulders. You need someone to check what you're doing, be accountable. That's the best way to get a payout. But to pass an account, you need to understand a system very well and have confidence. When do you plan to bring the Porsche back home? Track day on the Nürburgring? Would love to, man. Would love to. It's just very expensive to ship the car, you know, by plane. I mean, I could fly to Nürburgring and rent it. There are places like Apex. I think Apex rent cars there. Yeah. But I would love to. I think it would be amazing, you know. But you know what's the nice thing if you bring your own car is you can join specific track days, you know, where you're going to have better drivers and you know, no traffic, no guy with a minivan on the bloody tourist lap, you know. Going for a 24-hour race? Yeah, that would be amazing to do a 24-hour race. It's just a very expensive sport. A 24-hour race costs around, for my seat in a 24-hour race, will cost around $175,000. No return on that. Does the person you invite to meet in Dubai get to drive your car? Probably not. Where are you now? I'm new to this channel. You were in Dubai? Yes, I'm still in Dubai, man. I'm still in Dubai. On my bucket list to go Nürburgring is just 1.5 hours away, brother. If it was 1.5 hours away, I'm doing it already by now. At least go and take a taxi lap, you know? You can sit with the guys, they give taxi laps. Go check how much it is to rent a GT3 there. With the M5? Yeah, they have other they do taxi laps in the GT3 as well. Misha Shaudran does it. Alright, 5 just closed below here. 50-minute candle closing bearish. Good to hear. I'm still in Dubai. This is my home. Yes, sir. Ever been to South Africa? And are you coming? Kitting on the West Coast? Yeah, I've been to South Africa. I've been to South Africa for surfing. Check out Max Lap on the ring, guys. Insane in any car, any track. Yes, very elite level driver, man. Amazing lap time he did for the 24-hour. Misha participated in the previous race. Yeah, he participated. I think it was a 6-hour or 12-hour. He did participate because this year Misha got a cup car. He's driving a cup car. For people who keep asking me the plan, there's the plan. Very simple. 385 euros with GT3 RS for taxi lap or to rent for 1 lap. The trial is free for prop firm. We love to try. Thanks, bro. No, it's a giveaway. So once we reach 400 viewers on stream, we just reached 370. But once we reach 400, now we just dropped a little bit. But once we reach 400, I'll be giving away prop firm accounts for you guys. So you don't have to pay for it. Taxi. I wonder how much it costs to rent. That's quite expensive for 1 lap. It costs a lot. It costs a lot, you know. I got a 4-hour resistance at 75. 875. Yeah, I have... Maybe, are you on... Where's 875, man? That's far, man. We don't have to worry about 875, mate. That's all the way up here. Yes, I do have the same thing as well. But that's miles away. We're going to be okay. Criteria for giveaway. Sometimes we do it in a fun way. Sometimes we do it by random number selection. So you guys have to choose a number. And if you get the number correct, then you win the giveaway. Sometimes we just do random selection. So $850. I have the same one. Yeah, correct. I have the same one. I wonder if we still have more juice in NASDAQ. Not really the best pullback for now. But it is a pullback nevertheless. We have this 5-minute structure which we didn't really have in these pullbacks here. Would you be so kind to give it to a viewer from Somaliland? I don't mind where you're from. Everyone, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do one giveaway by random number and one giveaway by total random. But people who are regular viewers will increase their luck, and people who are subscribers will increase their luck, and people who follow me on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at Tradesharpe. That's my Instagram. When we become profitable, would you advise investing in our own personal trading account? You know, it's not a rush. It's something that can be done overnight, right? It's not like something you have to do right then, right now. So I would say if you're profitable, you're trading funded accounts, then send the funded accounts. You know, as soon as that becomes a bit dry, maybe you've been switched to live there and you've milked it, then decide, hey, let me go and open that personal account. You know, it's not something that needs to be, you know, right there. 3,000 euros complete training day with a GT3. Wow, that's pretty expensive, huh? It's cheaper than shipping my car, but that's one full day they give you. It's not bad for a full day. 2 laps is 900 euros. Wow. But the training is a full day or what? Two laps, 900 euro. Wow. Training is full day. What is that in AED? What is the conversion rate now? I think it's like 3.9 or 4. Now, what is the conversion rate these days? Let's see what the conversion is. 4.3. Wow. 12,000 dirhams. Wow, that's pretty expensive. I feel like you need a full day though. You know, you need a full day. Track day price. Yeah, this. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 4,800, but for a GT3 RS, but a track day. I mean, it's worth it on a track day, man. Yeah, but who says they're giving you new tires as well, right? They could imagine they give you shitty tires. But this is without a coach. But I'm guessing this price includes insurance, because in Europe they have track insurance. So it's not that bad. It's still pretty expensive, man. I have a friend who went to the Nürburgring. Instead of renting a Porsche, he took a BMW. And he said he had a lot of fun in the BMW. He said he had some good fun. They give you good tires. They don't want you to crash their car. Yeah, they give you Nankang CRS. They're great tires. But I mean, I know in Emirates, I can ship, like, let's say you're going to do 20 laps on the Nürburgring, which is 9,000 euros. For 10,000 euros, I can ship my car. I can ship my car to Europe and back for 10,000 euros. On Emirates. On Emirates, to take your car with you on the plane that you fly with, cost around 11,000 euros. So maybe it's worth it like that. Yeah, excluding fuel. Bro, very expensive, huh? Do you give funded accounts to all the 400 members? Fucking hell, man. I'm gonna give funded accounts to 400 people watching my stream? What do I get in return? Please tell me. Man, what type of deal is that? How much would that come up to? I mean, let's say I buy them the $50 package. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I wrote too much. $20,000 I would have to spend. $20,000. Holy shit. You got that for what return, bro? I don't even get likes on the stream. Let alone $20,000, bro. I help them and they don't want to be helped. Towing it back to the track as well. Yeah. I think the best is going to be to just rent the BMW there, because you can have fun. They have like this full track setup BMW. It's what my friend did and he had a lot of fun with it. Alright, so this seems like we're getting the London manipulation. Remember we talked about London's coming down here, manipulating below the 15 lows. We might be able to get buys in a little bit. Plus, you don't care about the car because it's a rental. I'll be honest. When you track a car and you go hard, I'm not really caring even if it's my car, because it's just how it works. Like, you wring the shit out of that. But that's what it's built for, you know? Enjoy now, cry later. Miles per gallon? Yeah, exactly. Like my car versus a rental car, I wouldn't push any harder or any less. I'd actually probably push my car harder because I know it inside out, you know? Alright, so we have London Open coming in 5 minutes here. Nasdaq is trying to pull back, might make another higher low. You know, with this bullish bias, it's going to be very tough to sell, especially with all these structures below here. We have a lot of structures below. It's going to be very hard to sell. People are not patient and it scares me. Welcome to trading, man. This is how the world of trading works. Now we don't need buys above because now we can buy back towards that level, guys. Is it risky to sell after 15-minute sales breaks the support? You know, I understand the idea. I just fear that we have this lot of bullish pressure coming into the market, but it's not a crazy idea. Like, it's actually something I've been thinking of doing just to see what happens. because we could retrace this move a little bit. The only problem is it won't make sense with this stop loss right now because 200 pip stop loss. So, you need this to retrace the whole move to get a 1-to-1 only. So if we can get some 5-minute structure here, like this 5-minute candle closes bullish, next one closes bearish, then we can use the 5-minute as a stop loss placement and then run it towards the downside. Were you shaking in your boots last night, Harry? Was I shaking in my boots last night? No, my boots were off because I was in bed with your chick, man. It was a little bit different. I wasn't wearing... I mean, maybe if things got too escalated too fast, I would have kept my boots on. But at that time, that's what happened. So I was definitely not shaking in my boots, no. If Nas closes above, I might try give a buy after the pullback. When the 50-minute close, why did you not enter above the next candle broke above it? Yeah, it's a great question. The reason is because we explained about, I can explain more in depth, but how London is liking to do this manipulation first. We're stuck at a 5-minute resistance. And on futures, we didn't close above as well. And us being at highs here, London is doing this, right? We learned yesterday, we learned the day before. So it's just a common trend of what the market is doing right now, All right, London open candle here. So we have 1 hour time frame closing bearish on Nasdaq here. We have gold here moving towards the downside as well. Closing bearish, no top wick just yet. So we need to see a top wick. Hopefully that top wick closes the 5-minute bullish. Next one close below. Boom. We can take some sells here. Which is not really the side I want to be on. But there is sometimes where I can adapt a little bit. If not, I'll be sticking with buys. Nasdaq as well here, we can adapt to some sells, but not just yet, not till we clear the structures here. So maybe one more 15-minute candle close. Otherwise, I'm still sticking on the buys for now, and then we have to worry about this 30 below, but we hopefully will have some room. If not, then it's just not going to be valid. So let's see if we can make a top wick or what. Low volume open on DAX. Yeah, let's have a look at DAX. Yeah, nothing much happened on DAX. Very low volume open. Very interested that the London traders are not pricing in any of this move, huh? But I feel like they're just trying to get better prices at the moment. So this pullback here can lead into some buys potentially. I mean, London is just a little bit more difficult, boys, here. Understand that. Understand that London is more difficult, right? Because we've had a big push and now London not giving us continuation. So just be patient, right? Just be patient because there are moves that come in London, right? Look at yesterday. Very nice continuation we saw. Pulled back though. It was just difficult and it was tricky because it wasn't straight. It tried some upside. It failed. Tried again. Failed. Then went. But there was volume that ended up coming. So if we can just be patient for that and time it well, we could get a banger, right? That's going to be the goal. Give me a sec, guys. Gonna go to the toilet. I'll be back. Let's see, let's see. Toilet volume incoming. Hopefully, this should be the trick today. This should be the trick. Yeah, because they pumped oil. Oil needs to come back to 95. We had a massive gap on the open here on oil. See what Nasdaq is doing here. Nasdaq still hovering at this zone here. We tapped at 30, right? Yeah, tapped at 30, started to reject. 5-minute bouncing from the 5-minute support as well. I mean, if this 15 can close bullish, there's a possibility of buy straight away. Let's see, let's see. We could look to buy straight away. Bro, is the group open? I want to join it. Yes, the group is open. I actually had an amazing idea. I was going to discuss it tomorrow, but I can just discuss it now because what I'm doing in the group is I'm going to start a little challenge in the group, and I think this is going to be a healthy way. And what it's going to be called, it's going to be called Prop Firm Passing Challenge. So in the group, I'm going to create a separate section, and we're going to work on focus all together on passing a challenge, right? So for people who are like stuck on passing their challenges, there's going to be a separate section, and it's going to be like a challenge to pass your challenge, because it's going to keep you in the right mindset, the right accountability, and it's going to be a new approach of everyone focusing on passing challenges, right? And I think this is going to help a lot of people. It's something I haven't done. Most people are, you know, on their way doing their own thing. So I think that this is going to be something very cool. Very cool. And then once we do that, I'm going to do that challenge. The next thing we're going to create is we're going to create a step, and it's almost like a boot camp section. We're going to do for the next step a payout, right? So we're going to all work together on a payout, and then we all get paid together and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be very, very cool. So we're going to start that challenge. So yeah, if you join then, and you someone who wants to pass a challenge and get a payout, then you can use that as well. So I think that would be pretty cool. That's going to be the plan. Sounds good? Yes. Can you share Dixie outlook? Yeah, we can look at Dixie. The anxiety group. Who's the anxiety group? What do you have anxiety about? 400 viewers. Yes, that is true. We have 400 viewers right now. I cannot lie about that. So that means it's time for me to lose money. Very happy. So I guess today is where now I have to give money away. So I will do so. Let me set up the giveaway. Like I said, 400 viewers, we will be doing a giveaway. I am a man of my word. So let's set this up while we wait for setup. Now I need a setup because I need to be paid back for this. So we're going to do keyword giveaway. And today's keyword, what should we do today's keyword? Today's keyword is going to be orange. Orange for the orange man. I need to think of something. What's a good keyword? Juice. Juice. I shouldn't say that. Desire. GT3 RS. Juice. Everyone wants juice, man. Everyone wants juice. Okay, juice it has to be then. Juice it has to be. Bro, I can't. Fine, juice then. Oh my god. Alright, keyword is juice. Everyone, you have to enter, you have to spam juice. Oh my god. Okay. Juice is the keyword. Now, let's set it up. You must type, if you spam, look, if you're a viewer, you have 1x luck. If you're a regular viewer, 11x. Your luck will be increased by 11. Hello, 11. 11. Actually, 10 is maximum. Okay, maximum. If you're a subscriber, we're going to increase your luck to 8. So if you're actually 7. 7 if you're a subscriber. We don't have VIP. I don't charge people to watch my channel. If you say it twice, it will remove you. Okay? Done. So this is everyone that, look, you've been removed. So I'm going to give you a chance. Right? If you write it again, you can enter again. Okay? But don't spam. Only say it once. No capital J. Without capital J, guys. You guys writing with capital J. Without capital J, it enters you. Whoa, you guys spam so fast that it's messed up the whole system here. One second. Whole system messed up. Okay, we're all set up now. Bro, whole system is messed up. Why is it messed up? We only have one person entered. You guys spam so fast, we messed up the system. Hello, system. Catch up. I just want to check something. This winner, if I press choose winner, will it choose this guy? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We have a system glitch, guys. Calm down. We have to reset everything. System glitch. We have a system glitch while we check gold here. We have a system glitch. So let me just see what's happening. I think maybe it's the keyword. You know, they're a bit sus about the keywords. Viewers, regulars, channel members, moderators, okay? $10x done. Bro, I don't know what's happening. Okay, we have a problem. And the system has gone kaput. You can see no one, it's not tracking anyone. So I don't know why it's not tracking anyone. So we have to do something, guys. Unfortunately, maybe we can change the keyword, guys. Maybe we have to change the keyword. Or we're gonna play a game. You guys have to guess a number. I will choose a random number. Well, not I will choose, but if you guys guess the number will be between 1. Should we do 1 to 1,000? What do you guys think? 1 to 1,000? So you guys have to guess the number. Between 1 and 1,000. Maybe we should do a little bit less. 1 to 700, okay? 1 to 700. If you guess it, you're gonna get the giveaway. Actually, 1 to 500. You know, make it a bit easier. 1 to 500 as low as I go, okay? Here's some hints. You guess 400, too high. 7 is too low. 120 is too low. I can't give you any more tips. I can't give you any more tips. Whoever gets it, good lucks. 200 is too low, they said. That's the only tip I can give you right now. No more tips. No more tips. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Still no one guessed it. Oh. Most people are guessing too low. Most people are guessing too low. Oh. Someone got it. Someone got it. Congrats. Congrats. Onset 88. Following status unknown. Got it. 366. Write hello in chat. Write hello in chat. Oh, he wrote, hey. Is he following me? We will inspect. We can check everything. Is he a regular viewer? Is he following me? That is the question. Okay. He is someone who has wrote something before. He's not a new member, so we will give it to him. Message me on Instagram, man, with the screenshots of your stuff, and then we will verify you. We will verify you. So let's see if we can get this giveaway to work again. Let's go and see if we can get we have one more giveaway, but we need to check price. So let's have a quick price check and we come back to the giveaway. We come back to the giveaway. So congrats to him. We'll come back to the giveaway once we check price right now, right? We need to analyze price. What's going on with price? How does exclusive giveaway work? Oh, very simple. Oh yeah, more money I'm losing. Man, you just press participate and then it will choose 3 accounts here. 3 accounts. So it will choose one. We will re-roll, choose another. We'll re-roll, choose another. We'll re-roll. 3 accounts total. Right, Nasdaq holding that support, right? We spoke about sells below here, no sells coming below here. Gold slowly moving down here, counter bias move. Again, stop loss here is about what, 200 pips. This is nothing. 100 pip move. Only halfway towards TP. I want to be a buyer. If I can be a buyer, we get a change of structure on 5 minute, 15-minute candle closing bullish in 12 minutes. That is going to be the play. That is going to be the play. Remember, we have one more giveaway. We have one more giveaway. That is wrong, that Wall Street one. That is late. I don't know why that announces like that. So I'm sorry, man, but you didn't win. The guy before won. That is just a glitch from their system. Because their system is glitching. So the next giveaway will just be random. Right? Which will be keyword. And now let's see if the keyword is going to work. We will do the keyword as... Or should we do the giveaway tomorrow? Tomorrow, guys. We've done one today, tomorrow. Tomorrow, guys, tomorrow. You have to show up tomorrow. Tomorrow we do the next one because I think they'll fix this by tomorrow. So tomorrow, next giveaway. I'll give today the guys giveaway today. And we'll also have the Tradesharpe exclusive giveaway tomorrow. Does it show when you take a trade? Yes, I've been showing my trades transparently for 3 years, brother. Probably one of the only guys on YouTube who has done that. Go 1 minute barcoding. Yeah, I want to see some support forms. Some 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna stay for 10 minutes, and then if nothing in 10 minutes, we call it. What do you think of silver 5 minutes? 5 minute on silver, very similar to gold. I would prefer to see the 50 minutes. When results of a giveaway? Tomorrow. It will be announced in the group tomorrow for the exclusive group tomorrow. 8 a.m. UTC, Thursday, tomorrow, 8 a.m. UTC. 50 people in it. Good luck, but three accounts. First time, sorry. No need to apologize, man. Come on. My man Amir, you're still guessing a number. That is done. Or as Trump would say, that is over. Could someone win 3 times? No, I've disabled that feature. One per person. Otherwise it's unfair. Do you guys remember when we used to have giveaways in the exclusive group every time someone in the exclusive group was winning? Do you guys remember that? Everyone was telling me that it's rigged, and that was so funny when we had that period. What should I do, bro? DM on Instagram with the proof. Right? Send your messages. If you're not following me on Instagram, you'll be disqualified. You'll be disqualified from the giveaway. Six, 7. Imagine the system chose the number 6, 7. Imagine it chose the number 6, 7. That would be extremely funny if it did that. How to join giveaway? Show up to stream tomorrow, brother. Show up to stream tomorrow. If you're not here tomorrow, you will not have a chance to win the giveaway. You have to show up tomorrow. Tomorrow is the next giveaway. Today, one person won. We're giving away tomorrow as well. If I win a trade today, guys, if I win a trade today, tomorrow I'll give away more stuff. Because I'll have money to do so. So if I win a trade today, tomorrow I'll be giving away Tradesharpe exclusive free packages. Even if you're part of the exclusive, you can win. Right? And you can be part of the challenge we're doing in the group. Right? Remember, we're doing a prop firm passing challenge. If you're serious, you're someone who wants to pass your prop firm challenge, that's your chance to do it with me and to have a complete focus section on prop firm passing. I don't think anyone has done that. It's something new I'm doing. Also, your cars, I would give away a car if we reach a milestone, right? Honestly, I'd give away a car if we reach a milestone, you know? But we're just not big enough yet. We're not big enough yet. We have only 350, not subscribers. We need viewers, like people. It has to be worth it for me as well, right? Because I'm going to lose money there anyways. I'm already flying out someone to Dubai once we, calm down a bit. How much is the exclusive group and is it open for new people? Yes, it's open right now for new people. And it costs $70. I'll send you the website, man. You can have a look. Watch this video. It explains everything. There you go. I want merch. Bro, I wanted to make lobster merch, but who's gonna buy it? That's the problem, because I'm not gonna buy all this merch just to have it sit at my house. I don't need to make money from it. Actually, I had a really good idea that I wanted to do. I want to make lobster merch, and then we put maybe like a $5 profit margin on it, and with those $5 profit margin, we give it to like some cause or something. We do it for some charity. I think that would be really sick. It would be fun as well. I think it would be something cool, man. So I think we should do that. Or we gamble that as well. We can also set $1 per thing for just gambling money. Oh, that would be fun. So every single merch that's sold, $1 goes towards a gamble account. And then we full send that gamble account. And then if that gamble account doubles and triples, we give away that money. How about that? That is the best. Full plotting, guys. Full plotting. I just entered your Discord already. I have fake friend requests for scammers. Yeah, ignore them, man. Ignore them. That's why for my private group, I have a separate Discord so we can be done with that mess. Unfortunately, in a public group, there are people who don't... There are people who have, you know, shitty lives. They are, you know, they love to just hurt other people. They love to scam other people. And it's where they get their joy from. So, unfortunately, we work a bit with those people. And yeah. Do we pay extra money for section of passing the challenge in the exclusive group? No. No extra money. No extra money. Alright, so we have 4 minutes for this candle to close here. Maybe we get a setup too. Also will be a 30-minute candle closing bullish. Already we have 5-minute change of structure. This is the same time we had a move yesterday, guys. So this is... Listen, if this doesn't work here, then it's just unlucky because this is the same move we're working on yesterday, okay? Let me show you this so we can study this before entering. Let me first show you Monday. So we come to Monday, same scenario. Check Monday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bullish candles followed by pullback. First support candle failed. Why? We need manipulation. Price manipulated lows. Then we get the buys. We go to Tuesday, yesterday. What happens Tuesday? Right? Look at the time, guys. I need you to see the time. We get candles closing bearish. Then we form a support. That support gets manipulated once. Then we fail again. Look at the time of this candle, 11:30. Check the bottom of the screen. It says 11:30 this candle. This candle is 11:30. If you look at the top right or top left of the screen right now, it's 11:26 Dubai time. So 11:30, we get support candle form followed by a pushback up here, right? Support candle form, then the volume came. So right now, we are at the same time right now. We have support formed, candle close above, failure. Failure leading by manipulation, now coming down. Now we have 50-minute candle potentially closing bullish at the same time yesterday that we had the move. At the same time, we're going to have 30-minute candle potentially closing bullish, if not rejection candle. And only thing we need to worry about is the 1-hour resistance, which we're going to mark right now. Actually, we can just bring this line. So that would be the plan, right? All the volume we waited for came right after we left. Yeah, so that's why I'm staying longer today, because this is the same time. We have the same setup at the same time. If this fails today, I've done everything I could. I'm following the same pattern as yesterday. I've stayed patient. I'm waiting for a support candle. I'm waiting for price to make a bottom wick on the next candle. I'm waiting for buyers to come through to here. We have all of these candle closures here. We have a support candle. The only thing I need to worry about is potentially this zone right here, which is a previous support which we can reject, but I'll have to see what happens by the time we reach there. SL below the wicks or the body? Let's inspect it on 5. Yeah, we'll have to run below the wick here for it to make sense. Bodies depends on the bottom wick. If we have a good bottom wick, we can run the body. If we have a small bottom wick, we have to run the wick, because we could easily retest down here without this 1-minute structure, right? So I actually really prefer to see a good deep bottom wick at the moment, especially with how the 1 minute is looking here, right? We can really come back and retest here, no problems. We also want 15 to close strong here, right? If we last minute close doji, we have to wait another 15 minutes. We need a strong 15-minute candle close. Not the strongest 5-minute candle close here, so we need a good bottom wick, but nevertheless it is a bullish candle close. 15-minute candle is bullish here nevertheless. So I would prefer to see a beautiful bottom wick at the moment here, just to fill some of this 1-minute zone here, because this is sketchy. Like a retest. I want to see a retest to here. Retest to here, boom, break the high, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Let's see, let's see. Send it. Yeah, we needed to retest. Would be good. Best trader, thank you, brother, thank you. Hopefully this can send it towards the downside now. We get the liquidity we need. If this 5-minute candle closes bearish in 2 minutes, let's wait for a 5 close above. And that would be perfect. It did retest on futures. Yeah, nevertheless, we'll be entering break of high. So even if we start flipping, we can change the decision. But thanks for noting that. I can see that now. Yeah, we did. Yeah, this is now we've definitely retest on all assets. Futures CFD. So this is exactly what we wanted to see, guys. So right now it's like something I'm happy to deal with at the moment. So now we just need it to flip, guys. If it can flip now and get bullish, it's going to be good. If it's just going to die off here, then what can we do? We did everything we can. We waited here. We were patient. If price wants to do some more downside, then we need to look for the 30-minute to close bullish here. So I've given you guys on YouTube all the plan. I'm going to go trade with the guys in the exclusive group. If you're interested in joining, you know where the link is. Appreciate you guys showing up on YouTube for today. Much love all. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good rest of your day, evening or morning. And speak to you guys hopefully soon. Much love and peace. Take care, guys. See you.